in on 25th March, ICOR energized work from home, video meetings, and e-working systems. East Coast Railway was first in Indian Railways to manufacture hand sanitizer at Mancheshwar workshop under drug controller's license. Production of face masks, face shields, hospital equipment like beds, IV stands, trolleys, etc. was started. Innovations like hands-free sanitizer dispenser and hands-free wash basins dispensing soap and water were manufactured and placed at stations and workplaces. ICOR offered 2,000 quarantine beds in distributed locations and 187 COVID-19 hospital beds at Khurda, Bhubaneswar and Vishakhapatnam. 259 coaches, each having 8-bed capacity, were converted to quarantine centers to provide mobile quarantine facilities. These were included in the National Resources List by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. ICOR accelerated procurement of COVID-19 items like PPE kits, HCQ tablets, gloves, ventilators, oxygen cylinders, etc. to supply to all staff on duty and to equip COVID-19 centers. Doctors and paramedics were trained in Apollo Hospital in use of ventilators. Walk-in online interviews were held to hire additional doctors, nurses and paramedics. ICOR ran parcel trains to move medicines, medical equipment, vegetables, fruits, food items, milk, etc. Freight trains were run at maximum speed to move food grain, fertilizers, coal to power plants, etc. With introduction of Shramik special trains on 1st May, ICOR received 250 trains bringing in 3.5 lakh migrants from Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and other states. ICOR sent 14 trains from Andhra Pradesh and Orissa to Chhattisgarh, Bihar, UP and other states. All incoming and outgoing passengers were assisted to comply with COVID-19 protocols at stations with active and leading support from the governments of Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Chhattisgarh and other states. Food and water were served to all passengers. Security was enhanced by deploying drones. ICOR served 2.3 lakh food packets to needy at 19 stations and surrounding areas. Stranded staff of other zones and also contract staff were provided food and lodging. Idle tracks due to less trains being run were utilized for intensive maintenance of tracks, signals, OHE and other assets, observing COVID-19 protocols. Goods sheds continued operations with assistance from district administration in deploying labor, trucks, etc. While ICOR was contributing to the COVID-19 war, we continued to serve the society and the nation against the infection and lockdown odds. Spirit of service lingers in every railwayman in ICOR.
One of the heavyweight zones of Indian Railways, the East Coast Railway came into existence in its present form with effect from 1st April 2003. It has been traditionally known as the freight carrier of Indian Railways, whose 90% of its earnings come from freight traffic. starting from an annual freight loading of 64.6 million tons in 2003 to 2004 to a loading of 200 million tons in 2019 to 2020. The journey of this railway is nothing but remarkable. With the total route length of 2,800 km, this railway constitutes only 4% of that Indian Railways. But it contributes a massive 17% of freight traffic in Indian Railways. In April 2020, this railway completed 17 years of its inception. In this short period, this nascent railway has become a giant in freight loading. The tremendous growth of freight traffic in this region drives home the fact that development of railways is synonymous with development and settlement of the entire region. East Coast Railway has been the engine of growth and development for iron and steel industries, power plants, aluminium plants, and that of seaports. The railway serves 5 seaports, 8 steel plants, 3 aluminium plants, and 50 power plants. The railway ensures excellent mobility of resources and raw materials by moving 28 commodities like coal, iron ore, steel, cement, petroleum products, food grains, fertilizer plants, chrome ores, alumina, and other general goods. Starting from 2014 to 2015, this railway has been grabbing the #1 position in Indian Railways. The railways have been a major transporter of coal from the hinterlands of Odisha and Chhattisgarh to power plants and ports, thereby exporting surplus, which leads to increase in economic welfare. Because of increase in transport of raw materials for steel plants, there is more economic investment and spending, and more projects are now profitable than before. The growth of container services in the region has been remarkable, which has almost tripled in last 5 years. During the unprecedented lockdowns arising out of COVID-19, East Coast Railway served the people of India by running freight and special parcel trains to ensure uninterrupted supply of essential commodities like medicines, fruits, vegetables, milk, fish, and food grains to different parts of the country. A total of 6,137 tons of parcel trains and 17,199 numbers of freight trains were run in this period. 59.63 million tons of coal, 3.98 million tons of raw materials for steel plants, 13.38 million tons of iron ore, petroleum products, cement, fertilizer, food grain, etc. transported to the nook and corner of the country. Under the able guidance of its general manager, the business development units have brought laurels and smiles to many customers. New avenues of transport resulting in modal shift from road to rail have increased the productive capacity of the economy, shifting the aggregate supply to the right. Fly ash and gypsum have been transported to far-flung areas which were hitherto never explored. East Coast Railway has been relentlessly striving to increase its contribution for the nation building. It has enhanced the process of globalization. This is the beginning of a new era of progress. Odisha, the land of mines, mineral and natural resources, a treasure house of traditions and culture. Indian Railways has been immensely contributing towards the rapid socio-economic and industrial development of the state of Odisha. The state has an extensive railway network of 3,165 route kilometers linking East Coast region of India in all directions. In last 6 years, Odisha has witnessed a fourfold increase in budgetary allocations from centre, resulting in massive development in asset creation and infrastructure in the region. In terms of new rail lines, doubling, tripling, signalling and electrification. With special thrust being given to safety, there has been complete elimination of unmanned level crossings well before target period, for which General Manager Sri Vidya Bhushan was felicitated on 64th National Railway Week celebration on 2019. In this period, there has also been elimination of 122 manned level crossings. The period has witnessed 46% and 1300% increase in construction of ROBs and RUBs respectively. Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, had inaugurated a basket of projects in January 2019, which included doubling of Chilikadara Sagadapta and Naranpur Basanpur railway lines and multimodal logistics park at Balesur. The Honorable Minister had also dedicated Bolangir Bichupali new railway line to the nation in April 2020. For enhancing passenger security and monitoring of railway assets, Segway patrolling system and drone camera monitoring system have been deployed at many places, including Bhubaneswar, Puri and Cuttack. For ensuring passenger comfort, several passenger amenities like foldable ramp, battery-operated vehicle, medicine store, food plaza, Utkrisht coaches, sanitary
सेकंड गैप लाइफ कितने गैप तो चलती बंद कौन हो सिस्टम कौन हो एगुड़ा कौन 3:30 लाइन छाड़ी 3:30 पर छाड़ी 3:30 आगु टेस्टिंग सर आवड डीजी के डीजी सप्लाई देवे व्यवहार काटी दे किस समय ठीक टाइम अच्छी अवश्य जहाँ भी कर शीघ्र कर मैंने उदय कटले बंद